This is WSFA 12 News, Today in Alabama.
Good Sunday morning, I'm Jordan Elston. This morning's stories are just seconds away, but first, WSFA First Alert meteorologist Amanda Curran is tracking your Sunday forecast. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning, Jordan. After minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Amanda. It was a hard-fought game for Auburn in last night's Final Four matchup, but unfortunately for the Tigers, they couldn't pull out the win. Auburn fans watched the game in Auburn Arena all the way until the very last second for a nail-biter of a game. They're taking the loss pretty hard, but are happy the team was able to make history.
It's pretty hard to lose that way, especially when you make history and you beat 3 Blue Bloods in a row. So losing to another one seed by 1 point at the very end, it's hard, especially when you got a bunch of people around here super excited and people are running around, but it's a buzzkill, so it's basketball. That's the great thing about sports.
Now we'll have highlights from that game coming up later in this morning's sports drill. Auburn University's College of Veterinary Medicine opened its doors to the public yesterday, giving visitors an inside look at what goes on in the classroom. Students and staff welcomed prospective students, parents, teachers, and even children. They offered tours of the teaching hospital, an opportunity that only comes once a year. Children got a chance to look for fossils in a paleo dig and perform teddy bear surgery. Students say they hope the open house gives insight about how important veterinary medicine is in daily life.
You know, if you eat meat, veterinarians have to check that out, make sure that meat is safe. Just if you have a pet, public health.
Big time public health concerns, and we just want the community to know what Auburn's doing for the community, because vet school here does a lot of research, not just for animals, but for human research too. We've got a big cancer research group.
Now, counseling sessions were offered for prospective students. And in Decision 2019 news, Montgomery County probate judge Stephen Reed officially kicked off his campaign yesterday afternoon. There he met with members of the community to tell them that he wants to invest in things like public safety, public education, and economic development. He also made a point to address concerns over recent gun violence in the capital city.
We've got to make sure that we're aggressive in taking the guns off the street and tracking where those guns come from and hold those people accountable. We also have to make sure that we do preventative measures in schools and in the communities as well through more outreach programs to let the young people know the dangers of guns and even possessing a gun. And then certainly we want to talk more about conflict resolution throughout the community and throughout this area, because some of these things I think are preventable. They're kind of acts of rage at the time. But we believe that if we can get out there and really talk to more people, we can really have a positive impact.
Judge Reed also said it's up to members of the community to help stop gun violence. You can read more about his campaign as well as all of his opponents right now on WSFA.com. Well, what does community look like in Montgomery today? That's the question this public art project is going to answer. Next Saturday, One Court Square will be covered in photos of Montgomery residents, creating a mosaic of faces belonging to people who call this city home. It's called the We Are the Dream.
We wanted to show that basically Montgomery is different than the narrative that people have from it, and that really you have a variety of community, and that you have a really different culture altogether.
So obviously there's a lot of history that exists here, and people focus less on the people that exist here now, so they want to celebrate the dreams and stories of the community that's thriving here today.
Now you can be a part of this project. You have opportunities throughout the week to have your photo taken, starting today when the Inside Out truck will be at Cress on Dexter from 3 until 5:30. An alert from the 12 News Defenders this morning. Check your pantry for cans of tomato paste, which may contain mold. Conagra Brands issued a voluntary recall for 6-ounce cans of Hunt's tomato paste. The company says it believes the items may have been damaged after the canning process had been completed. Only cans in the U.S. with no salt added and an expiration date of October 16, 2020 are affected. Also this morning, the Consumer Product Safety Commission is warning parents and caregivers about Fisher-Price's Rock and Play sleeper, which they say is linked to 10 infant deaths. According to reports, the children died when they rolled over in the device while not being restrained. The Safety Commission is recommending infants stop using the sleeper when they are 3 months old or as soon as they start showing they can roll over. And as we head to break, it's a gloomy start to our Sunday morning. WSFA First Alert meteorologist Amanda Curran is in with your exclusive wake-up weather forecast coming up next. Yesterday was a day dedicated to the music and arts in Prattville.
Crossroads seem to come and go.
The Wilson Pickett Music and Arts Festival offered fun for everyone. This is the second year for the festival. There was live music, food, and local artists set up shop to showcase a variety of pieces. Some artists even let you get your hands dirty, offering projects for kids.
I think I want them to just realize it's a great community event, a great fun day, have fun with the arts, have fun with entertainment, and just experience a little bit of all of it.
The Wilson Pickett Music and Arts Festival took the place of the annual Fountain City Arts Festival last year.
Now,
The 90s, and we got a lot of 80s on that 7-day forecast, so as long as we can keep it in the 80s, I'd be good with that.
You know, I actually like the 90s. I'm
You
a big fan of the warmer weather.
Ooh,
I
see.
love being outside, going to the pool. The 90s is perfect for that.
See, I like the heat but not the humidity. In Alabama, that is hard to come by. So it is going to feel a little muggy today, but to be honest with you, it's really going to be a nice one with sunshine returning later.
What I'll tell you is I'll take anything except for pollen.
Okay, yes.
Anything
We'll get
except
some
for
rain
pollen.
tomorrow, though. Hopefully wash the rest of that away, and maybe we could be done with that for
Hoping
all.
so, really hoping so. Thanks so much, Amanda. Coming up after the break in this morning's sports drill, we'll have the latest reaction from Minneapolis following Auburn's heartbreaking loss last night in the Final Four. Jimmy Lee Worthy's grandfather once gave him some words to live by. Work hard, be honest, and you'll be successful. Well, for 87 years, Mr. Worthy has lived by those words. Today, you can still find him in Campbell, the Chilton County community founded by his ancestors. And if he stops working for just a few minutes, Jimmy Lee Worthy will tell you a story that's absolutely Alabama.